Hey, I'm Richie Castellano. Welcome back to my studio. This is my 3-video series about the Line 6 Variax guitars. In the last video, which you can see here, I talked all about the physical attributes of these guitars, including the magnetic pickups. In this video, we're going to be talking about the modeled sounds, which really is the meat and potatoes of these guitars. What Variax guitars do is they have digitally created modeled sounds inside that let you do things like go from a Strat to a Tele to a Les Paul, to an acoustic guitar, 12 strings, banjos, sitars, different tunings very rapidly. And that's something you can't do with other guitars. That's what I use this for. I have a podcast called Band Geek, and we try to do cover tunes where we get as close as possible to the original sounds, and you can see that here. And this is a really game-changing, useful tool for me to have doing stuff like that. So people ask me, should I get a Variax? Well, if you're a guy who loves your vintage guitar and you want to play one guitar all night, then maybe not. But if you're a guy who's in a cover band or a wedding band or a pit band and you have to rapidly change guitars and you're finding you're bringing like 3-4 guitars with you and acoustics and different tunings, and there are some spots in some songs where I wish I can go to an acoustic in an open tuning just for like 2 bars, then go to this other sound, then this is for you, because this makes that not only possible, but it makes it really easy to do, and it sounds really good. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to do quick fire, boom, 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 between all the preset models within the Variax. So here we go. All right, I got my little cheat sheet here, and we're going to go through the modeled sounds inside the Variax. So we're no longer using the magnetic pickups, now we're using the Variax pickups. And to make sure you have that selected, you got to make sure this model selection knob is lit up. So there you go, it's lighting up. So first we're going to do the T model bank. Each bank has 5 different sounds in it, and you go through the different sounds by switching pickups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-way selector. Okay, T model. Put a little distortion on. A little distortion. Just so you can see the difference, I'm going to roll the volume back on this bridge pickup. Here's the middle clean. Or sort of clean. gain on there. If you want to do that, you know, rolled off tone thing, we can check that out. Little gain. I might want to adjust my amp for this one just to make it a little brighter, so maybe I'll do that. And just like a 12 string, the first two strings are just doubles, and then starting from the G, you get the octaves. Let's put a little distortion on there. distortion. Let's put a little distortion on there. And just for good measure, here's distortion. I know you're not supposed to do that. Okay. Okay, so now let's talk about the acoustic bank. So the acoustic bank has some great sounds, but obviously I can't use regular electric guitar amps for these sounds. They won't sound good. So we have to make something more like a studio signal chain for this. So I have a blank preset here, and I'm going to start with position 5, which is a 1995 Gibson J200, really big sounding guitar. And I think that sounds great by itself, but it's not going to be loud enough. It's not going to compete with your electric sounds, especially with all the effects and the amps and all that stuff. So we need to bring this up to snuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is add a compressor. And I like to do that in the second spot, and I'll show you why later. So go to Dynamics, Mono, Deluxe Comp. Okay, so let's listen to it. Okay, in the default position, that's a bit much. So let's chill that out a little bit. So I'm going to bring the threshold up a little bit. And we can hear some of the volume coming back. Okay. Pretty nice. So now I'm going to bring the ratio down because I don't want it to be compressed that much. I might make the attack a little faster. And maybe the release a little faster. So what I'm listening for when I set up a compressor is evenness around the strings. I want it to be louder, but I want it to be even, you know? But what I am hearing is the compressor sort of accentuated some of the mud. So now I'm going to take that out, but I want to do that before because I want the compressor to compress an even sound. I don't want to compress the sound based on something that's sort of bottom heavy and then have the compressor being activated by the low end content. I want it to be even before I compress it. So let's go to an EQ, mono, and my favorite EQ, which is the parametric EQ. Okay, so first thing I want to do is there's a bit of like a mid, like sort of sound there that I'm going to take out. So I'll go to the mid frequency. First thing I like to do is I boost the frequency so I can hear what I'm talking about. So I'll boost it a lot. So that's it. So let's take some of this out. That's starting to get there. All right, and let's take some of this low end woof out. So I boost first. Okay, my whole studio is shaking with that one. So I'm going to take quite a bit of this out. So now what I'm hearing is that, maybe I'll put a little bit of that low end back. I'm hearing the compressor is getting a nice even sound. Some people might want to take down the high end. I kind of like the sparkliness of the sound. But if you want to take off the high end, that's pretty easy. You can do it here, or you can just put a high cut on it. And then to finish this sound off, I'll put a chamber reverb, because that'll sound great. That sounds really nice to me. So let's go through some of these models now that we have this set up. I'll bring the compression back down for that a little bit. So those are the acoustic sounds. Now let's go to the Reso sounds. And this is actually a good opportunity to talk about this other knob here. Besides the model knob, we also have tunings here. So right now we're on standard tuning. If you're a drop D guy, that's just a click away. We have down a half step. Awesome for singers, because if you can't sing a song. have down a half step and drop D. Down a whole step. Dad Gad. Open D. Blues G. Reso G. And open A. And baritone. You can also do custom tunings that you can store with the presets, and you can do that in here, or you can do it from the software and store them to here. So we've covered that guitar now, or that resonator. Now we're going to do, this is the choral sitar. Cool thing about this, you can dial in the amount of drone. So when I turn the tone down, let me turn the reverb up so you can hear that. No drone. Now, they also give you 2 user banks here, and if you use the Line 6 Variax Workbench software, you can make your own guitars, and I've actually made a couple. I made one based on the Queen Brian May Red Special, and I have a preset to go along with this. So here is my version of the Brian May Red Special with the bridge and middle pickups in phase. And here is bridge and neck out of phase. And here is, this is really cool, this is a neck and middle out of phase, and this gives you some really interesting harmonics. And to see more about this software and to see how I made this particular group of sounds, go here. And the neck I want is a 3.4. So you just heard every stock preset model inside the Variax guitars, plus a little extra. In the next video, which you can see here, we're going to talk about specific ways to use the Variax with the Line 6 Helix. And it gets really nutty, so I hope you like that one. So enjoy. Thanks for watching this video. To see even more videos, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to interact with me on social media, please follow my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. If you like podcasts, check out my show Band Geek on the Riotcast Network. For tour dates and even more info, go to richiecastellano.com. Now, here's a video I picked just for you. I think you'll like it. Go ahead, click it. It's good.